For over 65,000 years, First Nations peoples have looked at the sky to understand the world around us. Using the stars, planets, moon and sun, we learn to predict weather and tidal changes. We know how to navigate on land and water and when to plan food gathering, hunting, trading and the right times for ceremony. Looking up and reading the skies was and still is an important way to understand, interact with and develop connection to country and know our place in the universe. This is part of our education system, to know who we are. This is about identity as well. The skies are also a source of magic, mystery and meaning told through dreaming stories of the creation of the sun, moon and the stars. They also talk about our kinship, which was amazing. Sharing stories under the stars is our way of passing on knowledge and lore to our children, teaching them about family, tradition, culture and history. We are all one under one sky, yesterday, today and forever.
Thank you so much, Uncle Jimmy, for kicking off today's event. And thank you to all of you for joining us today for our online celebration and launch of this year's Schools Reconciliation Challenge exhibition. My name is Annie Tennant and I'm the Non-Indigenous Co-Chair of Reconciliation New South Wales.
Hi, I'm Josh Gilbert and I'm the Indigenous Co-Chair of Reconciliation New South Wales. I'm a Worimi man from the Mid-North Coast and in our language we say Gathe Nirang, which means let us go together.
We wish we could all be together in person, but we're really excited that you could join us today. Aunty Jo, can I please ask you to welcome us to country?
Worimi Midiga. Hello friends. Berry Wigal Nania, Yuranura, Diying Nurang Gurgo, Ninyari Nala, Wagnan, Mabudgadi, Kadi, Nurada. I am here on the very beautiful land of the Kadi people, my ancestors, here in Sydney. But a welcome to all of you from all over New South Wales and the ACT. I'll try to say hello in a couple of your languages as we go, but I want to honour that we're all on Aboriginal land. And I hope Nyinyi, Yinyi, Buluma, Na Daritida, which is, may you always see the beauty of this earth, this country. So welcome one and all. I know that you've been really busy over the last few months, committing yourself to poetry and to art as you've been involved in the New South Wales Schools Reconciliation Challenge. Well, I've really enjoyed my time being a judge for some of that art. And as those of you who knew from a seminar that I gave earlier in the year, I've got that sky law stuff that really is my connection to my culture, and was really joyed that I was able to spend time with you earlier in the year, sharing some of the synergies of the way that we see the night sky. Now, big shout out to those on Gamilaroi country. Yama, I hope you're enjoying the session today. Reconciliation means much to many different people. But when I looked at the art that was produced and submitted as part of the competition, I realised that there are many ways that we express ourselves and our connection to this country. I really felt and had the experience of the bushfires. And here we were looking at the symbol or the theme of under one sky and seeing through those experiences that many of you had, how you connect to country, how you saw country and how you felt, both as you're experiencing flames nearby and trying to come together to deal with the trauma that that entailed. That experience that you shared is something that's really important. What it does is it makes us all understand that we are connected to country and that it's a country that cares for us. So we have an important step, all of us, to have that connection, how we find ourselves, whether it's through that beautiful sunset that you painted. Some of you painted the night sky and others You painted the images that gave you great joy. Well, I just want to share with you that in that judging competition, you gave me great joy. It was a little opportunity to sneak in and see the things that you enjoy, and more importantly, to listen to you through your own words, what reconciliation means to you. And for that, I thank you. Yalu!
Thanks to Aunty Jo for her welcome and for all her help with the SRC. Aunty Jo shared her knowledge in a webinar with the Museum of Applied Arts and Sciences earlier this year, which reached over 2,000 people. We love your enthusiasm for our people's STEAM knowledge, Aunty Jo.
Reconciliation New South Wales have been delivering the Schools Reconciliation Challenge since 2009. And today we are here to celebrate and recognise all of the students and teachers who have participated in this year's challenge. And we have a message now from the Honourable Don Harwin, Minister of Aboriginal Affairs and the Arts. Thank you.
Hi everyone, and thank you for inviting me to be part of today's event. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of the land I'm on, and also acknowledge the custodians of the various lands you're all joining from today. I pay my respect to elders past and present, and those that are emerging as well, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people tuning in as well. As the New South Wales Minister for Aboriginal Affairs and the Arts, I'm pleased to support the 2021 Schools Reconciliation Challenge, Under One Sky, Yesterday, Today and Forever. This annual writing and art program across New South Wales and the ACT offers young people the chance to engage creatively and at a personal level with what reconciliation means to them. I'd like to thank and congratulate all the students, teachers and schools who've participated this year with 495 entries submitted this year, an amazing result. The challenge has also engaged 15,228 students through participation in online webinars and accessing the School Reconciliation Challenge website. The challenge is a great opportunity for every Australian child to learn more about the stories of their country and to appreciate the knowledge and understanding of country, seasons, and survival. Reconciliation is about building relationships, respect, and trust between the broader Australian community and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. And it's wonderful to see such a high level of engagement in the challenge during a time when so many schools have been adjusting to home learning. It gives me great pleasure to officially launch this online exhibition, and I'm really pleased that this work will be captured in a 2021 Schools Reconciliation Challenge catalogue. I hope you enjoy looking through the entries as much as I have. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Minister. It's so wonderful to be one of the judges this year. The artworks are incredible. And as you can see, they're full of imagination, colour and creativity. And I'd like to thank all of the other judges, Aunty Jo Selfe, Leslie Woodhouse, Jane Waters, Barbara Dowse, Nicole Smead, and my fellow board member, Alison Whitaker. Thank you.
The challenge is a great opportunity for students and teachers to engage with themes that help them gain a greater understanding of not only our Indigenous countries they are on, but how to better care for the country, and also the deep traditions and knowledge that First Peoples on this land have and have shared for millennia. Now we will hear from the Honourable Sarah Mitchell, Minister for Education, to say a few words about this year's challenge.
Hi everyone, my name's Sarah Mitchell and I'm the Minister for Education and Early Childhood Learning here in New South Wales. I'm in Sydney today, so I would like to acknowledge that I'm joining you from Gadigal land, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I am so thrilled to be part of the 2021 Schools Reconciliation Challenge, albeit virtually, so thank you very much for including me. The last 2 years have been really challenging for students right across New South Wales, with the COVID-19 pandemic causing many of us to be apart for long periods of time. So what better way to bring us all back together than through writing and through art? I am told that this year has been the biggest year for registrations in the Schools Reconciliation Challenge, with more than 12,000 of you participating from more than 150 schools. What a fantastic challenge for all of you to be a part of, and what a great testament to the organisers. This year's theme, Under One Sky, Yesterday, Today and Forever, explores Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander astronomy and the transfer of knowledge through sharing stories. This is particularly relevant to me as Education Minister because the sharing of stories is a timeless tradition in education. I am so thrilled to announce that the following 28 schools make up the finalist exhibition for the Reconciliation Challenge, and they are BLAXLAND High School, Bulwarra Public School, Camaray Public School, Chullora Public School, Ellison Public School, Erina Heights Public School, Gardeners Road Public School, Gundagai South Public School, Hastings Secondary College Port Macquarie Campus, Kings Langley Public School, KNOX Grammar Preparatory OSHCLUB, Main Arm Upper Public School, Manly Vale Public School, Maribyrnong Primary School, Marrickville Public School, Morgan Street Public School, Maruya High School, Mount Austin High School, Mulwala Public School, Nepean Creative and Performing Arts High School, Northmead Public School, ORANA STEINER School, Orange Grove Public School, Peterborough School, Rosary Primary School, Singleton High School, Surveyors Creek Public School and Ultimo Public School. So a massive congratulations to all of the finalists today and to the organisers of the 2021 Schools Reconciliation Challenge. I can't wait to see all of your entries.
Thank you, Minister. As Minister Mitchell said, this has been our biggest year ever. In fact, interest in the challenge has grown exponentially over the last 3 years, with registrations and subscriptions to our e-newsletter quadrupling that of last year. We are so thrilled to be able to support educators in this way. This year's extraordinary outpouring of interest prompted us to move the judging online and even allowed us to introduce our inaugural People's Choice Award. An extra congratulations to the following students, whose entries were voted as the People's Choice in each category. Camaray Public School's Year 4 class.
I'd like to share with you the story of the emu in the sky. This is traditional knowledge handed down within the Kamilaroi people of the Western Catchment, New South Wales. Around April-May each year, an emu appears in the night sky in the Milky Way under the Southern Cross. Just underneath the Southern Cross, there's a round dark spot. That's the head. It extends into the neck, body, legs, and eggs. This tells the Kamilaroi people that it is time to collect the emu eggs on the land, but they don't collect all of them to leave some for next year. This is part of the Aboriginal sustainability of the land, which has helped them to live on the land for thousands of generations. They collect the eggs up until early June. After that, the eggs start to have chicks in them, so they must be collected before June. This is the Kamilaroi story of the emu in the sky.
Ada Holyoke from Maribyrnong Primary School. Michaela Karastesi from Nepean Kappa High School. And Erasure Poetry from Year 7 Mount Austin High School. You'll be able to see all of the entries in this year's printed and online catalogue.
Yes, we are, Josh. We are so grateful to all of our partners and supporters who help us to meet the growing call from educators to embed reconciliation into their classrooms. And this year, we've had the pleasure of working with the Narragansett team. They do an incredible job with their Reconciliation and Education platform and the Reconciliation Action Plan program for schools and early learning services. So thank you to them. And with our partners, the National Trust, New South Wales Parliament and International Towers Sydney at Barangaroo, We have continuously exhibited the Schools Reconciliation Challenge across New South Wales. So in 2022, you can see these works on monitors in Questacon in Canberra, at International Towers in Barangaroo, and in National Trust properties across New South Wales, which is amazing. So have a look on our website and you'll be able to see where to find your artworks, and you can go find them, which is really exciting. So our 28 school finalists are going to receive one of these fabulous prize packs. Here it is. And this prize pack includes the Wingaroo subscription for the whole school, books from both Magabala Books and Hardy Grant, and these books are for your school libraries, Emu Dreaming booklets and posters from CSIRO Professor Ray Norris, excursion passes to the National Trust in Questacon, which is completely awesome, New South Wales and ACT Languages and Nations map, and stickers from Reconciliation New South Wales, don't fight over them, and you will also get one of these cool planispheres from the Sydney Observatory. Each one of the 157 student finalists will get one of these great prize packs in this year's limited edition tote bags. Aunty Jo, can you please show us how to use these planispheres?
Yammer, everybody. Now, I'm holding a planisphere, and this is a planisphere for the Gamilaroi Nation of Northern New South Wales. Now, I want to show you how to use a planisphere. This one's really pretty. It's got the Aboriginal colours on it. And what you can see in this little window here is your vision. Anything that's going to be available for us to see in the night sky will appear within this circle. Now, what you'll notice is it's got some directional stuff that you'd normally find on a compass, north, south, southwest. But you're probably wondering why they don't appear where you'd expect them to be. Well, just remember, it is a star map and the stars are up there. So first trick is, let's put it above our head. Okay? When you do this and you've got it facing north in the direction that north needs to be, at that point, you'll know that you're in the right spot, that what's up there is going to match what's on your planisphere. But it's the 23rd of November and you want to know what's going to be in the night sky tonight. So let's have a look. Now, just remember that like all stars, we follow our sun's guide. Now, our sun moves from east to west. So other stars in the night sky, we'll give that a go too. And what we do with our planisphere when we move it from east to west. And then that way we'll know the movement of the planets on this night. So 23rd of November, and if we go and we have a look, this is the image of what's in the night sky tonight. Now, what you can see is all of this, and that is what you know as the Milky Way and what the Gamilaroi referred to as Warrnambool. Good luck, look up, and enjoy your evening. Yalu!
Science is so cool. Thanks, Aunty Jo. We want to also thank those schools and teachers who have been the stalwarts for reconciliation in education, returning and participating in the challenge annually. We know that it's the teachers throughout New South Wales whose dedication keeps students consistently engaged in exploring First Nations perspectives in the classroom and implementing reconciliation initiatives at a local community level. We want to give a shout out to the following schools: Nepean Kappa High School, Moroya High School, BLAXLAND High School, Shallora Public School, and Peterborough School. These schools consistently enter and create fine works of art that resonate and provide understanding and connection about what matters to First Nations people. Now I'm excited to introduce another special guest, Uncle Bruce Pascoe. Uncle Bruce, what are you going to read for us today?
Well, I'm going to read from Young Dark Emu, and
Excellent.
I'm going to read the chapter on aquaculture.
Great.
The Brewarrina fish trap is strong enough to survive floods. It has always been there. The old people's stories say Bayami, the creator spirit, made the trap. It was designed in such a way that all families could receive enough fish but sufficient numbers could pass through the trap to breed further upstream. Everyone can have their share and the fish can also prosper. ORANA. Aquaculture is the farming of fish and other water animals for food. This was established all over Australia thousands of years before the first colonists arrived. The ORANA fishing system in northwest of New South Wales is one example of a large-scale fishing operation. The fish trap system is so old that the local Aboriginal people, the Namba, say it was constructed by the Creator Spirit Bayami. There are different opinions as to the age of the fish trap. An archaeologist team calculated the age of the fish traps to be at least 40,000 years, but considered that to be a minimum. Some archaeologists claim the ORANA fish traps are the oldest human construction on Earth. By whatever measure, they rank as some of humankind's earliest constructions. Witnesses in the 1800s who saw the system in operation were astounded by the efficiency of the traps and the enormous harvest of fish. They also remarked on the careful effort Aboriginal people clans took to maintain breeding stock. The traps were designed to allow breeding stock to pass through so that upstream fisheries could have their share. The engineering of the structures was ingenious. A system of locking the boulders in place fixed the trap to the bed of the stream. Observers were amazed that the fish trap was secure enough to withstand regular floods. The ORANA trap is only one of hundreds of such systems that were built across the continent. Large numbers of people depended on fishing traps along most inland waters. On the Murray River, two men, Peter Beveridge and James Kirby, were the first Europeans to visit Murray River in 1843. On the orders of Beveridge's father, they drove 1,000 head of cattle from Beveridge's Melbourne property to set up a new estate on the Murray River. One morning as they walked along the river, they came across some natives. Beveridge wrote in his diary that many of them had green boughs in their hands, and after yabba yabba they began swinging the boughs over and around their heads and shouting, "Kamathanga, Kamathanga!" We, of course, did not know what their meaning was by these antics, but we guessed that by it they meant we were welcome to their land. And we made them understand that we were highly pleased at their antics and quite delighted at the words, "Kamathanga!" 3 or 4 of them jumped into the water and swam across and gave us a lot more "Kamathanga!" So much so that they almost made themselves hoarse with shouting "Kamathanga." Linguists of the Wadi Wadi and neighbouring Wemba Wemba language reveal a phrase, "Kamakataka," recorded by the Aboriginal protector George Augustus Robinson. Its probable meaning is, "get up and go away." As Beveridge describes, the Aboriginal men repeated the phrase until they were hoarse. It is very unlikely that they were inviting Kirby and Beveridge to take their land.
Wow, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Thanks for sharing that. It's a really important story, a few stories there, and certainly the story of Brewarrina is and the fish traps there are very important. So thank you for sharing it with us. Can you tell us?
I was just going to say, we've got to remember that there were thousands of fish traps all around the country, sometimes hundreds on the one river.
Yes, absolutely. Can you tell us about connecting to country and more specifically for you to water on country and what that means for you, Uncle Bruce?
Well, our family has got a Ewan connection. That's South Coast, New South Wales, onto the Victorian border. And my farm, Yambara, is on the very southernmost point of Ewan land on the Wallagra River. And it's saltwater down there. So above the farm, the water is fresh. Running beside the farm, it is salt. So I have lived in this country on and off since 1967, and so I'm well and truly salt water. And today I'm at my son's place with my granddaughter, and I don't know whether you can hear it, but there's surf in the background here. So where my son was born is also salt water, and we fish and we dive, and salt water is part of us. So it's very important. I dream salt water, and although the farm also has freshwater springs and dams, it's the salt water that I identify with. And I love going to Alice Springs. I go up there and work with the local community from time to time, but after 4 days, I'm really I'm feeling dry, and I've got to get back to the salt.
Yeah, great. And can you expand a bit more about what that means for you? You said you dream in salt water. Can you elaborate on that a bit, Uncle Bruce?
Yeah, look, I often dream about diving. I dive for crayfish and abalone, and Wieti Kuduro is what it is called on this country here. And I don't know, you just don't feel like yourself if you can't smell salt. When I walk down to the river, I walk through a glade of boobiala and tea tree, and the ground is wet with the salt, and there's a particular smell there. And sometimes when I'm away, I wake up in the middle of the night and I can smell it. I've been dreaming about that country and I can smell it, and it's just very compelling. It's just part of who you are, and it's very reassuring. It's very reassuring to know who you are and where you are, and it's one of those things too for Aboriginal people. It makes you obliged to your country, makes you want to stay there. And look after it. All of my work on the farm is to look after country and to honour it. We believe that we don't own the earth owns us, and so our whole life ought to be dedicated to the care of Mother Earth.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And Uncle Bruce, we're saltwater people up here on Warramai country as well, and I think it's that connection between mobs and the way in which water plays an important role in that keeps connecting us, I think, to each other as well.
And we love to hear that. We love to hear that you're looking after your country. We need to know that Warramai are looking after their country. We need to know that Wamba Wamba are looking after their country. It makes us feel secure, because if we do our job and you do your job, the earth is going to be all right.
Yeah, excellent. And I think that connection point is very important for us as mob, and that bit of not just, obviously protecting your country, but all the countries doing their fair share is what makes it a very important conversation. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, for your time today and for sharing your book and your insights from Young Dark Emu, and for talking to us. Thanks, everyone, for joining us at our 2021 Schools Reconciliation Challenge Awards ceremony. We're looking forward to announcing the theme for next year's challenge. And Uncle Bruce, I think there might have been a few hints in there throughout your readings and the topics that we spoke about that might give an idea for the audience for next year. So thank you very much for your time. Let's have another look at our amazing finalists for 2021 and see video messages from some of our finalists before we sign off. Congratulations again.
Hello from Laurel Country.
You're from Marjorie Country.
Warami Mitaga. We are Kings Langley Public School. Warami Mitaga means hello friend.
Hi, my name is Kiara and I'm on
Dark-Young Land.
Jingiwala. I'm Cleo.
I'm Luna. I'm in Year 6 and we are on Bunjalung country.
I'm Leah. I'm in Year 5.
Reconciliation means understanding each other so that we can make a better future together.
Hi, we are 4W from Kenway Public School.
This is us under one sky.
By Jerry Cameron. My name is Ruby Holmes and I'm from Marrickville Public School. I'm talking to you from Gadigal country.
Yama, my name is Neve from Awayla Public School. We are in Bangarang country.
My name is Tanushree Reddy DAKOTA and I'm in Year 5 in Manlyvale Public School.
Uma. My name is Bridget Pham and I'm from Rosewood Primary School and I'm on Ngunnawal country.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Lauren.
Hey, I'm Chloe. I'm at Hastings Secondary College, Port Macquarie campus, and I'm on Birripie land.
Hi, my name is Savannah Shipley. I'm from Kamilaroo country and every day I learn on the Gadigal people's land at Gardiners Road Public School, and reconciliation means to me acknowledging my family.
At Chilora Public School, we pay our respects to the Darug people who are the traditional custodians of the Darawal land.
My name is Alison French, Year 4, Bawara Public School. I live on Bonnarua land.
My name is Chev.
Hi, my name is Emily Brand and I go to Erina Heights Public School and I would like to acknowledge that we are on Dark and Young land.
Hello, my name's Harini Panchali and I go to Nepean Kappa High.
Walawani, I'm Rawdon Leon from the Jurungan tribe, Yuin Nation. Reconciliation to me is keeping culture alive, teaching the next generation, and to unite as one for a better future. My artwork represents our mother. Mother to us, she is the land we walk on.
Hello, I'm Sophie Sigali and I'm from Orange Grove Public School. Orange Grove is on Wongal land.
Wami, my name is Saba. I'm on Darug country.
Yuma, my name is Hannah Smith and I'm from Rosewood Primary School and I'm on Ngunnawal land.
Allah, Karinga Wanangni, Mikla Bali, Marang Mulla, Kabali Yudu, Karinga Wanangni, Puru, Yin, Puru, Mulia, Karinga. Hello, let's walk together in Karinga country as one.
Warren.
My name's Kirby. My name's Cooper.
And we are from Surveyor's Creek Public School and we are on Darug land.
Manu Joni, my name is Taj Buckeridge. I'm at Peter School and I'm in Darug country.
For me, I'm Chloe and I'm from Surveyor's Creek Public School. We are on Darug land.
Warami, I'm Luke from KNOX Grammar OSHCLub and we're on Darug land.
My name is David. My name is Kai and we are from Morgan Street Public School. We are on Willicali land.
And what country are we on? Darawal land. This is a fantastic land to be on, isn't it?
Anaganya Kimbai, my name is Miley. My mob is Bunjalung, but I was raised in Wanneroo country. Reconciliation to me is a brighter future where First Nations people are equal and valued. That's all I got for my thing.
I'll now read you my story, The Voices. The Banksia, a striking flower, a well of knowledge. A mirror that reflects all the paths I've walked down, all the doors that I've opened on this journey. My feet on the run, eyes, mouth, ears opened, soaking in the voices that talk to me, lead me, tell me stories of old and new. More paths are taken, more doors are opened. My feet keep walking, surrounded by whispering voices, the voices that murmur pieces of information, the information that voice themselves to me, forming a cover as though I have a second skin. The sprinkles of colour that dance across my ebony page, the sprinkles of paint, the thousands of people that crowd the world, watching, waiting, listening, straining their ears to hear the voices that share their bountiful wisdom with us, explaining which paths to take and which ones to avoid, the voices that encourage us to tell others, show others, help others, the voices.
Hi, I'm Isabella from Ellison Public School. I live on Darug country. 2019 was a tough summer for people in my community. Darug country is in the Blue Mountains. We suffered through months of catastrophic bushfires which timed a lot of animals, houses and properties. My painting is a self-portrait of me and two of my best friends standing on burnt ground, looking towards the Blue Mountains landmark, the Three Sisters. A Dreamtime story of magic, protection and survival of three young girls living in an unsafe, dysfunctional landscape. My painting is the aftermath of a bushfire, with three young girls standing and watching over the bushland as it tries to regrow and survive. Although I am not Indigenous, I feel a connection to the land through the strong representation of Indigenous culture and storytelling, like the story of the Three Sisters. I have chosen to paint the sky red because I have come to understand that in Indigenous culture, a red sky signifies a change to cooler weather temperatures. The red sky in my painting symbolises hope that the fire has passed and a cool change will soon come to help put the fires out. This symbolism is layered with the theme of reconciliation. The friends I am linking arms with are Indigenous in real life and in my painting. My use of watercolours signifies the use of water to put out a bushfire but also to show nurturing and regrowth. Reconciliation means to me it's about recognising the catastrophe of our past, like recognising the catastrophe of a bushfire, but also being able to see growth moving into Australia's future, watching it regrow as a country that is proud to link the past to the present and enjoy our First Nations cultures together.
Under one sky, yesterday, today, and forever.